Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Write the Narrative, where it's okay to be curious. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and drop your comments. Oh my God. So, Jamaica in action, and oh boy, such sweet victories. Two of the top events I was looking forward to would have been the men 200 meter for Letsile Tebogo and the 100 meter women for Tia Clayton. We had two Jamaicans in the 100 meter women, Natasha Morrison and Tia Clayton, but looking forward to Tia Clayton even more so than Natasha Morrison. Or to be honest though, I was looking forward to the 100 meter men because Kishane Thompson was there. And after seeing all these records being broken, all of these meet records, personal best, all of these, everything that was going on, the conditions looked right. I just thought he would have done really well if he was there. He would have given the world a treat, because the world is still waiting for something special. And I keep saying this. Kishane Thompson represents something more than what we have right now in 100 meter men. For a very long time, the men ran 9.8s. 9.8s, low 8s would have been like a superhero running. But to be very frank, that was 1990 with Carl Lewis having like 9.82 as a world record. You know, we're way beyond the 980s. Region. That's why when I said like Noah Lyles, he talks a lot, but he's underwhelming. I'm not saying that he's not a champion and he didn't run well. It's just underwhelming. We saw 5 athletes on the track at the same time running 9.7. Even Nesta Carter is a 9.7 athlete. You know, we still just haven't gotten back to that point, and Kishane Thompson signaled that kind of possibility, and that's why everybody was so enthusiastic about him. Even now, I'm sure with 40,000 plus capacity stadium, a lot of these people were there to see Kishane Thompson. He didn't show up. Fred Curley showed up at a meet record. Looked like he's getting back to form. But let's talk about Tia Clayton. Well, Tia Clayton, there was so much hype around her and her potential, and today when she went out there and ran 10.81. You saw 10.81 popped up on the screen and you're like, yes, Tia has arrived. Marijo Talu with the same time you said, absolutely spectacular. She has arrived as well. The 4th place queen moved up to tie for 1st place or 2nd place. Nonetheless, it was a very good event. It signaled a lot of stuff. But it was a win-assisted race. It was win-aided. So this time will not be recorded in the history book. But this is the fastest time Tia Clayton has ever gone. She has never gone 10.83 before. Today she ran 10.83. Win-aided. Won't be recorded as a personal best or a season best. But if it wasn't win-aided, it would have been a personal best for her. Season best as well. Still, this showed that she's on the right track because she won. She won ahead of Marijo Talu. Tamari Davis, who in the Liz and Diamond League finished 2nd place. Daryl Nita, she won ahead of Daryl Nita. Dina Asher Smith was not in this one, so we can't say it was a good indication of what we could have expected. Gina Bass is in this one. It was a very good field. None of these Diamond Leagues are anything but good and amazing. Tia Clayton, congratulations to Tia Clayton. Young athlete, getting there, learning on the job. And that's the best place to learn. Proud of her. I think all Jamaica is proud of her because we know the potential. We know that she literally lifted the Jamaican flag by herself in the finals as a young athlete, inexperienced. We all know that she's not the Shelly-Ann Fraser or the Shericka Jackson, even the Elaine Thompson or any of those veteran athletes. She's a young athlete and not even the superstar of the Turbo Twin. She has now become her own. But the other Turbo Twin, Tina Clayton, would have been the more experienced, the more battle-hardened athlete of the two. So today, Tia Clayton coming out running such a very good race on the day, showing that it's not a fluke for her to be running fast time. It's just that inexperience showed, and it is showing. A lot of people don't even remember that Usain Bolt in his first Olympics, he didn't even make it to the semifinals. He dropped out. He had an injury, and the entire Jamaica didn't like Usain Bolt. Enough people didn't know that. People think that Usain Bolt only went to 3 Olympics. No. He went to 4 Olympics after the world champion championship, under 20 world championship in Jamaica, when they were just destroying all of the records and stuff. Usain Bolt signaled a battlefront champion for Jamaica, but it didn't work out. and Jamaica didn't like him for it. You'd have to go back in history to see that. Tia Clayton represented herself very well and did amazing at this Celestia Diamond League. Now, let's talk about the second race that I thought would have been extremely interesting. Letsile Tebogo. I've been butchering that name for a while now. I'm slowly getting into it. Slowly picking up this name properly. But Letsile Tebogo struggled in that race. He ran from behind. He was behind everybody else. He came with a victory, a 19.8 something victory. And we'd have to say that, you know, he did well, but the kind of form that we had seen from Letsile Tebogo over the past couple of races, that's a struggle race for Letsile. 19.86. He ran from behind to pass Kenny Benerick and Alexander Ogando out of Dominica. Now, Ogando ran a national record and a personal best. Naturally, if it's a national record, it's a personal best. So he did amazing, getting 19.86. These athletes are getting better and better. It's only sometimes I wonder, why is it that Jamaica don't have any 200-meter athletes? Everybody wants to be that 100-meter champion, but they have to start somewhere. I think they probably should start doing something else until they get to that marquee event. Letsile Tebogo, in an interview, they asked him if he have the 200-meter world record in view, and he said it's not too far away and it won't be too long from now, but I don't think it will happen this season. The race that we saw from Letsile in this Diamond League, nonetheless, he got a meet record. He completed the race with a meet record, but just looking at him going through the race, it looked like it was a struggle race. It wasn't the kind of powerful race that we saw from him in the Olympic finals and the powerful race that we saw from him in the Luzon Diamond League. It was a struggle race, but a good race nonetheless, because he came with the victory, continuing that winning streak coming out of the Olympics and against a strong field. In this one, we've seen a few Americans lined up in this one. Kenny Benerick, Ackera Nugent, Cree King, the Liberian Joseph Fabule. Some of these names, they're not my forte. But Letsile Tebogo coming with a victory. It's a victory nonetheless. And the winning streaks give you that mental edge. You know, to be very honest though, he said that he's not looking to touch the Olympic, the world record anytime soon. 21 years old, he's still giving himself some time. He said maybe around age 24 is where he could be in the right shape to take care of that little problem there. But I do believe that he is confident, and I like his confidence. He could win this one for sure. He could definitely win the 200 meter. He could get the 200 meter world record. But humble, that's really one way to put it for Letsile. Humble, soaking it in. I think he's learning how to be a champion. You know, I watching this video with Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson was saying that it's difficult to get to the top, but when you get to the top, it's difficult to stay there, because what you did to get to the top is not exactly what you have to do to stay at the top. Now you have to keep a mental focus, and a lot of the race or the racing is, you know, some people said it's running, some say it's racing, but racing, you need mental focus and you need a mental edge, and you have to be 100% sharp mentally and 100% sharp physically. Some people say that you need to be like 20% of it is physical and 80% is mental. But I think 100% of both you need, because you can literally walk around thinking about nothing. Physical is engaged, mental not engaged. But I think Letsile and his team, they are fully engaged in the process and strategically chipping away at the different records and cementing themselves. Not as an individual, he's bringing his team along with him. And while the 100 meter, he has the 100 meter speed, he has the 400 meter endurance, he has a 200 meter complete race, he still feel like the 100 is such a tactical race that he would probably shift to the 400. You know, it's such an interesting thing to see Letsile Tebogo out there on the track. Even though he's struggling this one, still getting a meet record. It shows the quality athlete that he is. And I don't know, maybe you would say that he didn't struggle. He just looked like he struggled a little bit in this one. Ackera Nugent. We saw Ackera Nugent going into the Olympics, and we were saying that if it was not Messiah who gets the goal. It could be Ackera Nugent or Kumacha Quinn. Now, Kumacha Quinn did not line up in this Diamond League, but it was a strong Diamond League nonetheless, because Ackera Nugent took down Messiah Russell. She took down a strong field overall. Danielle Williams, she got that third place finish, and I think it was Stark who got the second place finish. It was a very strong race overall, and she completed this one in a meet record. All of what we saw from the athletes, in the Jamaican athletes today, is what we were hoping to see in the Olympics. The stars did not align, and this is why a lot of people could say that they just did not like the Olympics. The Olympics was among our worst, because the athletes, they performed at such high levels in the different okay, one might say that this is not the big event, it's not the one that is most important or the one that matters most, but nonetheless it's the same people. Ackera Nugent with a meet record 12.29, Grace Stark second place 12.37, Danielle Williams third place 12.38, Messiah Russell 12.40, that's the Olympic champion, and the list goes on and on. 5 US athletes in this one race, so you can see this is an important race to a lot of them. And now Messiah with the world lead, and Ackera Nugent with the meet record. Very good race again. So this showed that Jamaica, with only two medals on the track, they could have done more. And once again, I still think that if Kishane Thompson had showed up today in good form, we could see something special from him. It might have been a personal best. We have seen a few of those. It could have been a meet record, maybe not, I don't know, but something special could have came into it, because if Fred Curley would have gotten a meet record, Kishane could have gotten a meet record. They both would have run the same race, and from what we have seen, Kishane had been doing better than Fred Curley. So I would like to hear from you guys. Drop your comments down below. Broadbell versus Holloway. Broadbell getting a season best, Holloway beating him into second place, even though Holloway didn't even get a season best. This shows that Holloway is so much further ahead. He's ahead of everybody, but the rivalry has built up, and I do believe that this is a rivalry that will be going into the World Championship, where Holloway would be looking to defend his World Championship. Broadbell would be looking to upset him. Amazing races, a lot of amazing races. The Jamaicans, they showed up. Paulino, 400 meter, another sub 49 run, showing that she's definitely the queen of the 400 meters. We saw where another world record had been broken by Jacob Brigson. It's good. Celestia Diamond League. I'm sure that those 40,000+ people who showed up to the meet, they got their money's worth. And even with the disappointment of not seeing the marquee athlete in Kishane Thompson, why? The athlete who signaled the possibility of going as fast as the legendary top 5 athletes would have gone. You know, if they had got the opportunity to see that, they'll be happy to see it. Now, drop your comments down below. Let me know how you feel about this one. Red Narrative. Like, share, subscribe.